instant packet rice. We can do better than that. Step into my office. Hold my beer. Welcome back to My Man Cooks. Today, with our dinner, we're having rice, and we thought that we would bring you along so I can show you guys how I do rice. I don't do it this way every time. The ingredients vary. But, come check this out. So, when you do your own rice, and you get it from a packet, this step is removed. Always, always, always rinse your rice until the water becomes clear. I don't know if you guys can see. Look how cloudy that is. Let me do it again. Look how cloudy that water is. It's all the starch and everything that's on the rice. It prevents it from cooking properly and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove that from our rice. So what I have in my pot that the packet's rice doesn't have is I've got some thyme, some fresh thyme. I have some crushed garlic, a little bit of avocado oil to help separate everything. I've got about a tablespoon and a half of turmeric, about a tablespoon and a half of some chipotle chili powder, and about a tablespoon and a half of some cumin. Now, it's important to rinse your rice with cold water. Rinse it. So it goes into our pot. Make sure you get all of it. The aromatics are going to help bring everything together. Now what I'm also going to do is I have some freshly chopped cilantro. I get it. Some people think that it tastes like soap. That's fine. I'm going to throw some of that in there. I'm going to save the majority of it. Now, in our previous stock video, I will never put just water in my rice ever again. Ever since I started using stock, I'm never going back. So I've got about 2 cups of jasmine rice. So what I need is about 3 cups of water. So what I have is I have 2 cups of my stock that we made in a previous video. I have about 1 2/3 cups, about 2/3 a cup of white wine, about 1/3 a cup of some soy sauce, and then I also have some lime juice and some lemon juice to get me up to about 3 cups. Alrighty, so in goes our stock. Again, it varies depending on the type of rice you have. I have jasmine rice, so what I need is 1.5 cups of liquid per 1 cup of rice. So I'm going to let everything balance out. It gets covered. We bring this to a boil once we find our dial on our stove. Bring that to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we lower the heat and let it simmer. Psst, come here. I'm going to show you something on the side. Here are the pork chops that are going to be with the rice for dinner. So I have seasoned the pork chops with salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin, and some chipotle chili powder. That's going to help everything tie in. And what I like to do, and this isn't mine, I learned this from Gordon Ramsay, you have the fat cap on the pork chop. So to prevent it from cupping when you start searing it, just bring the knife down on the fat cap. That may be sufficient to keep it from cupping. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, depends on how hot your pan is. So our rice is boiling. I know you can't see it because of all the steam on the lid. You're just going to have to frickin' trust me. It's boiling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down to a simmer. Depending on the type of rice, it might be 20, 25, 30 minutes. For us, it's going to be about 20 minutes of it simmering. Do not touch the lid. Ow, that's hot. Don't touch the lid. Don't remove it. Keep the lid on there. Keep your rice concealed inside the pot. Remember, don't remove the lid. The smell is amazing. Once you can see through the glass lid that all of the liquid has receded below the level of the rice, that is about where I like to completely turn off my burner. Once it turns off, the rest of the liquid will absorb into the rice, making soft, fluffy rice. Now we let it rest. So we've been resting for about 7 minutes now. Let it steam. We're just going to fold it. This rice is perfect. You can smell the lime, the cilantro, the cumin. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a taste. I don't want to burn my face off. Okay, that's why we have this stuff over here. We can salt to taste. Let's take a pinch. And we got some fresh cilantro in there. Keep stirring. Folks, there's your rice. Here's our side, our rice. It's going to be a bit soft, which is what I've been going for. We're going to have pork chops with this. Now the pork chops are going to have some lime and lemon juice on them as well, which is going to tie it in perfectly with the rice. Look at the color of the rice that we get from the seasonings and the stock that we've added. It's absolutely amazing. Garnish it with some fresh cilantro if you want. This is 1,000 times better than the packet rice or any instant rice. And what it's going to do is this takes about the same amount of time to do as the packet rice. All you have to do is have some of your stock. Add some of your stock to it. Boom. You've got some rice that is going to be a joy for the entire family. It's nice, it's hot, and it ties in with whatever it is you are, your meat that you're having with your dinner, your vegetables and everything like that. You can tie it in like that. It's going to have a different flavor, but it's also going to tie in. So thank you so much for coming into my kitchen. I appreciate all of you, especially the last 24 hours has been amazing for this channel, and I can't thank you all enough. So thank you for coming into my kitchen. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.